Hey guys, it's Gage down at the Dockyard Gym, CFB Halifax. Beautiful day here when I'm recording this for you guys today. So before we get started, let's just make sure you guys check right down here in the description for the disclaimer, just with regards to any injuries, medical issues, or anything like that. So take a quick read through that, pause the video quick, and then we'll get back to today's session. So for today, our theme is a force focus. Those of you Canadian Armed Forces members, you're obviously familiar with the force test. So what we see on the force test is a small 4-event battery of tests that test our general physical preparedness, generally using there's some body weight elements and some odd object sandbag lifting. So this is a mandatory evaluation we all have to do, and the way I often see a force-focused session approached is from the perspective of practicing the test, which I think is all well and good, but it sort of might be defeating the purpose a little bit. If you're viewing this video, you're probably in an austere condition where you're not, for example, here at the Dockyard Gym with the force test setup where you're able to practice with the sandbags. I strongly doubt you guys have your own force sandbags at home, but what you might have at home would be a kettlebell or a dumbbell or something else that you can use to sort of train the general elements of the test. So although you can't practice the specifics, you can work on some of the qualities that will contribute to the test overall. Things like upper body strength, lower body muscular endurance, and mid-range conditioning, which I think are, aside from lower body strength, really some of the biggest factors that can kind of move the needle on the test for you. Upper body strength is really important on the 20-meter rush to pop ourselves up and down, press ourselves up off the floor. On the sandbag lift, to lift the bag, obviously maintain the bag at chest height, and then as well to get the bag up to our shoulders on the ILS and to keep the bag nice and close on the drag. So we're going to do some upper body work today. We're going to do some pulling and some pushing, and we're going to do sort of a muscular endurance lower body element as well. Without further ado, let's start to get ourselves warmed up, and then we can chat about the main bulk of today's session. So I'm just going to get sure to get you guys to grab yourselves a little bit of space. Just some floor space is fine. If you have your mat out, that's wonderful. If not, honestly, any other floor space would work. If you have access to, just whatever floor you have at home or even inside. So let's get ourselves started from hands and knees. We're going to work our way through some cat-cow to get the back moving. So we're just going to let ourselves exhale, round our spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale and pull the belly button down. And work our way through a few more times. Next time, let's flatten out the back. We're going to draw the left foot up to the left hand, lengthen the right leg out long behind you. Leave the right hand down on the ground. We're going to rotate towards that forward leg for a set of 5. Going to pull that left leg back, make a quick switch, rotate towards that forward leg, quick set of 5. Back to hands and knees. We're going to leave the hands out front, send the hips back, ease our way into child's pose. Reach, reach, reach with the hands, open up through the upper body. Crawl, glide our way forward into a gentle back bend. Just going to wiggle around a little bit. Press myself back into child's pose. And just work through that sequence a couple more times. This time, rather than press back into child's pose, we're going to press up into down dog. gonna work the feet a little bit. And we'll work through a couple more times. All right, pull ourselves up to standing. Quick warm up today. I want to give you guys something pretty time efficient that you can get in basically anytime, anywhere, as long as you have a dumbbell or kettlebell to work with. So let's finish off our warm up with 3 rounds or 3 sets of 5 bodyweight squats and 3 push-ups. Okay, great, let's grab a quick drink. I'm already pretty warmed up and ready to go here. Okay, so I'm gonna use a pretty heavy kettlebell for today. You guys can use whatever you have access to. If you have a range of implements, I would try to use the heaviest you can. There is a strong element of strength training on the force test. There's going to be a point of diminishing returns with that, but to a certain point, the stronger you are, the easier the test will be, and that's kind of what we're going to focus on today. Assuming that you're in a setting where you can't just be doing traditional strength training. So using just 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell today, we're gonna do 5 sets on a 3-minute timer for each. So I'm gonna time that on my watch. We're gonna burn through a round every 3 minutes. The faster you complete your round, the more rest you'll get before the next round starts. So movements today, we're gonna do a single arm kettlebell row, a heavy goblet squat, and just a standard push up from the floor. So classic pull push squatting patterning here today. I'm gonna give you guys some recommendations in terms of reps based on what I'm using, but it's impossible for me to really get a handle on what everyone has available. So I'm gonna kind of break down how this is gonna feel for me based on what I'm using, and you can adjust what you have to your abilities based on that. So I'm going with a heavy 70-pound kettlebell, and I'm gonna do 10 rows per arm every 3 minutes, and after that I'm gonna do 12 or 15 goblet squats, and then 15 or 20 push-ups. So total reps on that by the time we finish up our 15-minute piece, we're gonna be looking at 50 rows per arm, 60 to 75 goblet squats with a heavy bell, and between 75 and 100 push-ups, which for 15 minutes of work, I would say is a pretty good amount of work for anyone, anywhere, anytime. But if you only have a lighter bell available, you could maybe increase the reps on the row, the squat. If you're a little weaker in the upper body, you might wanna keep the reps low in the row and the squat and really focus on getting more push-ups in. But what I would advise, hopefully I've planned this out right where I don't put my foot in my mouth a bit later, but we wanna try to bank a little bit of rest every time. So you don't wanna be finishing your round up right on the 259 before we have to go again. If we get to that point, and of course I'm gonna do this session along with you guys, so we may get to that point, we're probably gonna have to reduce the reps for the next round through. So if we're at the 3-minute mark and I've only done 18 push-ups, next time through I'm not shooting for 20, I'm gonna shoot for 15. So what do those movements look like? I brought over a pretty standard desk chair that I'm gonna use for my single arm rows. Points of performance for that, I'm gonna take a stance a bit wider than hip width. I'm gonna use this guy for support, but you don't have to. I'm gonna grab my bell, keep my back flat, pull from my elbow, and get this guy up to my sternum. set of 3. You guys can follow along at home as a bit of a movement practice before we get into the main session. For goblet squats, you guys may want to use the horns. I'm okay with that if you want to hold the kettlebell by the handles. You can also hold your kettlebell more the way you would goblet squat a dumbbell, with the weight up top. I like this style a bit more. This is what I'm going to do today. Straight back, the weight keeps me upright. And then we already warmed up the push-up, but let's go ahead and give ourselves a quick set of 3 anyway. Okay. Gotta get this out of the way. So let's take a second to grab a drink. We can think a little bit about what weights do you have available? Do these reps make sense for you? If not, let's think about how we're going to adjust them right now. Take about 90 seconds and we're going to get into the main piece, working on that main timer. Okay guys, so my plan is going to be to try to go 10 rows per arm. I think I'm going to shoot for 15 goblet squats, but 75 total reps with the 70 is pretty heavy for me. So we'll see if that ends up coming down to 12. I'm going to try to do 10 per arm on the row, 15 on the goblet squat, and I'm going to go a little lighter on the push-ups. I'm just going to do 15. So my rep scheme is going to be 10, 15, 15. If you're great at push-ups, you could maybe do 10, 15, 20. And we're going to try to get through each individual round quickly enough to get ourselves a quick drink. This is a pretty great do anywhere, anytime workout that, you know, if I weren't chatting with you guys so much, we could have warmed up and hit this in 20 minutes and been done. Quick 5-minute warm-up and a great 15-minute piece. So let's do any last-minute preparations. All right, folks, I'm going to be running the timer for myself. All right, you guys are ready to go? It's going to be 10 per arm, 15 on the squat, and 15 on the push-up for me. Once the timer starts, we're not stopping, so make the most of that little bit of rest you're going to get between rounds, okay? Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. First round, let's go. All right, just gonna shake my arms out quick before we get into those goblet squats. 45 seconds down, folks. We're 90 seconds into that first round. I just got to get through my 15 push-ups, and I'm going to rest up. I've got a full minute to rest. 5 rounds is going to be hard. Bit of active rest, let's keep moving. Get ready to go in 30 seconds, folks. Ready to go in 10. Second time through in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's get after it. 8, 9, 10. Whew. Kettlebell down, shake your arms out. Second set of goblet squats. All right, gotta catch my breath. Kettlebell up, let's go. Once again, I got about a little under 90 seconds for my push-ups. All right, guys, 2 sets down. We're back to work in 30 seconds. Let's grab a quick drink. Back to our single arm row in 10. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Whew. Whew. We're cooking now. Few seconds rest before the goblet squat. All right, let's go. break them up this time. It's going to be 10 and 5. That's going to cost me on time. Only got about 30 seconds to rest this time, guys. That's getting tough. Only got to hold on for 2 more sets, though. Let's get ready to go. Okay, 4th set, let's get it. All right, team, a few seconds before the goblet squat. Let's get it together. All right, kettlebell up, let's get it. Got about 90 seconds for my push-ups this time. Next round's coming up in 45 seconds. I got a couple more push-ups to chip away at. All right, 30 seconds, guys. Just gotta hold on for 1 more set. Okay, 10 seconds. Let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Last time, let's get it. done on the row. Last goblet squat. All right, let's go. Kettlebell up. Last push-up, let's go. We only gotta work for 1 more minute, guys. "40 seconds. I gotta finish up my last few reps. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. You guys at home got 20 seconds to finish up. Let's go, guys. Last push. Last 3 reps. Squeeze them out if you got to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Oh. Whew. All right. Great push, guys. Really short and effective session here. Whew. All right. Whew. Nice. Great push at home, folks. So, as I said initially, one of my main focuses today is to try to keep this as time efficient as possible. I don't have all the time in the world to train. You guys don't have all the time in the world to train. So let's do a quick cool down and we'll get out of here, okay? All right. First thing, get all your stuff out of the way. Then we're gonna take a kneeling position. Toes pointed away. We're gonna sit up on the heels. Just hang tight here. Stretch through the quad, stretch through the knee. If this is already a lot of sensation for us, which very well might be, we're just gonna hang tight here. If you guys are comfortable going a little lower, just sink yourself to hands. And if you don't have any irritation, feel free to go all the way onto your back. Just gonna hang tight here for another 15 seconds or so. Let's make it another 15. I'm getting a great stretch through the ankles right now. All right, guys, let's just pop the feet out from underneath. We're gonna swing around. Arms out straight like a letter T. We're gonna pull the left hand into the chest, roll the left foot over to the right side, and stretch to the pec and the bicep on the right side. Let's roll back to flat. We're going to put the left arm out, draw the right hand in, and let the right foot settle over on the left side. Oh. to flat. And last thing for today, folks, from hands and knees, let's pull the left knee up to the left hand. We're gonna crawl that left foot over to the right hand and just sink ourselves down into a nice passive pigeon. Stretch through that glute in the low back. We're just gonna take a quick 30 seconds on each side. Get ready to switch in 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and ease your way out. Whew. All right, guys, let's leave it there for today. Really quick and effective session from us here down at the dockyard in Halifax. Hope you enjoyed today's session. I got a great workout out of it. Good amount of volume on the goblet squats for me. I'm probably going to be pretty sore from that. So if you're watching this video, you've already found the page, obviously, but if you like the video, hit the like button underneath, subscribe to the page to get some more calf-specific fitness tips, workshops, and in-person videos like this for us. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day.